Slow there, but it's recording. All right, so we're now recording. Welcome to the Graduate New Student Orientation, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. My name again is Eddie Hernandez. I'm an Executive Student Service Advisor. David Rodriguez, that you see on your screen here, he is also a student advisor, and I am a student advisor for students beginning with the last names A through K, and he is a student advisor beginning with the last names L through Z. He's our presenter, and he's going to be our presenter today, but he's out of the office today, and we'll be back on Monday. So I'm glad you're here, and some of you may have spoken to David already before. Some of you have spoken to me, or communicated with me recently via email, especially if you just got officially enrolled. So after orientation today, I definitely would like to speak to some of you who I know I've been trying to connect with, and tomorrow to Friday before the weekend. We're still a couple weeks away from the start of the program, and the Graduate Student Orientation will guide you in your students start successfully in the MBA and doctorate program. So let's get started. I'm going to leave everybody unmuted and use the chat box for any questions. All right, so California Intercontinental University offers relevant, in-demand, accredited online programs designed to enhance a student's professional career. CIU is committed to equip the next generation of business professionals, leaders, and entrepreneurs with the confidence, qualifications, and competence to succeed in the global business community and economy. That is our CIU mission statement. And this is our agenda. Welcome business leaders. We welcome each other. We're learning logistics of online, course registration, attendance, course outline, APA, textbook, vital source bookshelf, our tutorial, resources and information, and then also we'll have a Q&A. Let's get started. So welcome business leaders. Thank you for taking time to attend CIU's orientation. We're preparing you for this next exciting academic journey. The commitment you have made is not something we take lightly. We are proud that you are with us. Expectations are high. It will not be easy. We believe in you and your abilities to succeed. So learning logistics of online. Technology requirements. Pretty simple. Computer and reliable internet connectivity. Our recommended browser is Google Chrome. We also provide students applications of Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. You actually get a university email. If you've been enrolled and have spoken to your advisor, David and myself, once we confirm, you are starting and gone through the program with you, you then get emailed Microsoft 365 university email information. And you can use that to use Microsoft Word and Excel if you don't already have it. I know many students already have these applications, but you do get a version of it with the university email Microsoft 365. Adobe Acrobat Reader for PDFs, that's pretty easily downloadable. Webcam or microphone or external headset. I will say that some of you have webcams built into your computers. Some exams later in the program do have proctored final exams. So in the future, and you'll be notified of that, you want to invest in a webcam or microphone, webcam, then you already have a microphone, or external headset. And then, of course, if you ever have any technical issues, we do have a help desk that will support and assist you. So this is a copy, not a copy, I should say, a screenshot of our student portal. And this is the administrative headquarters, where you can locate your degree audit, your schedule, your grades, account information, payment information, update your personal information, and request a student ID card. So this is what you have access to now. For those students who are enrolled or officially been notified that you've been enrolled, you actually do have access to your student portal. There's not much yet for you to do here, but you can log in and look at that information such as schedule. There's no grades yet, but there's payment information updated there, and personal information that you utilize in your enrollment agreement is now in the student portal. So this is, of course, very sensitive information that we provide you login credentials. Once you officially enroll, you can, of course, reflect and update your password. If you ever forget your password, you can retrieve it by selecting the Forgot Your Password icon, and the security questions that you did, that you can retrieve your password or have it reset. But we'll send in a temporary password to you, automated to you once you officially enroll and have spoken to your advisor. That is the student portal, which later on we will review in our tutorial. And this is the Learn Center. So this is actually, we'll also look at tutorial. This is the learning platform, the Moodle Content Management System, Student Resource Center, Writing Center, Math Lab, LIRN, Learn, Online Library, and VeriCite Plagiarism Scanner. A lot of exciting things there, a few acronyms, but all will be really important to your success here at CIU that we'll discuss at our tutorial. So this website, this link actually becomes successful from the student portal, and if you can log in directly as you see here. Now this becomes accessible on the first day of the term. For many of you, of course, that is for all of you, it is August 13th. So that at the stroke of midnight, basically, then you have access to your course, because the term officially starts August 13th. So we're going to review that, and this is where you do all your work. This is where you're going to be communicating with instructors, communicating with your fellow students, communicating with us, getting grades, submitting assignments, looking at videos for your courses. Everything for your course will be in the Learn Center, which is separate than the portal I showed you earlier. So one is the administrative website where your records are attainable. The other is the Learn Center, in which your course content and basically your attendance is being monitored. We'll talk more about attendance later. So let's go over course registration. There are 8 courses in a year. Each term is 6 weeks. During the first week of the term, you'll be able to adjust your schedule by adding and dropping a course. You can contact your student service advisor for any possible changes in your schedule before or during week 1. All schedule changes must be done during week 1 per university policy. For detailed information, please see the catalog. And the catalog is really important. Of course, it has all of our information. Some of you have already received and reviewed it, and it's very critical if you want to review a certain policy and look at your schedule as well. So one thing about course registration that I would want to emphasize here is you want to contact us for a schedule change or a question on your schedule. During week 1 is the add-drop period at our university. You will be notified beforehand and have that in the academic calendar. So you find yourself having these issues or anticipate a possible issue in your next course, contact us immediately. Contact myself and David Rodriguez, who will assist you in starting at CIU and starting successfully. Later on, maybe months from now, there's some type of issue that you need to discuss, and we can assist you in walking you through your schedule. And we register all the classes for you. So you don't have to go online and start trying to pick classes to fit in. Every term in your schedule that's in the catalog that you've been received will be registered in that order, and you always have that class available. So that's great. If there's any changes to your schedule, we also notify you for some reason that course isn't available. But it will be. Don't worry about that. You always have a class. I went through a few slides, so it's going to be a little quiet. No one's in the chat box. Before I talk about our calendar, does anybody have any questions? Everybody doing okay? Can everybody hear me?
Yep, perfect.
Perfect, okay. If you can't hear me, all right, let's continue. Let's talk about the academic calendar. So we just finished up, we're currently in term 5. Your term begins in term 6, August 13th to September 23rd. And there's a couple more terms in the year listed here. And just to let you know, after December is about a 2-week term break during the holidays. Then the 2019 calendar will be officially produced shortly. But as you see here, kind of doing a little bit of the math that you saw on the calendar, each class at every level and every program is 6 weeks. So every class you take at CIU, all of them are 6 weeks. Okay, well, I'm glad everybody can hear me. Just got a couple things in the chat box. All right, so that's the academic calendar. I actually email all of our students the academic calendar when you enroll, and it's also listed on our website in the university catalog. But you can always plan ahead, understandably what times during the year you'll be starting your class and ending. So attendance. So attendance is really important. As everybody here has had online experience, well, everybody's online, actually I won't maybe bring any attention to the forefront. But everybody here, I understand, may have a lot of online experience. Some may be starting an online program for the first time. So attendance is something that feels different and new, in the sense that if you haven't been to an online program before, you're not literally physically going to a classroom. Some spaces don't even care about you attending. But here, it is critical. It is a requirement, necessary for not used to be staying in school, but to succeed in the program. So attendance, our programs are designed to be flexible. However, the university has to monitor your attendance on a daily basis. For example, on the first day of class, you post your biography statement. You're introducing yourself to the university and to your fellow classmates and to the instructor. Once you post, if you're posting in a forum like the biography statement, which I'm going to show you later, or post in questions to the instructor, or submitting assignments and completing an online exam, anything you do academically like that, that is your attendance, not just logging in. You're going to be doing something in the classroom. That is when, let's say, for example, if you posted something on Monday, you posted to the discussion forum, and it's now Wednesday, 2 days has been since you last posted the attendance. That's just an example here. As a new student, non-participation in week 1 will result in cancellation. So when you start CIU on August 13th, if you don't show up, and it's now August 20th or the 21st, the next Monday, that means you didn't show up to class and your enrollment's canceled. We don't want that to happen, especially if that's not your intention. So, if you encounter any issues in logging in as a new student, please contact David and myself in the help desk and even your enrollment advisor. We can assist you. And if something comes up, we can discuss, a plan of action for you moving forward. And then also, unit assignments are due for completion Sunday of each week by 11:55 p.m. Pacific time. So all assignments will always be due before midnight Sunday, every course. So that will always be in effect at your doctorate or MBA level courses. And then remember, students will be withdrawn after 14 consecutive days of non-attendance. If you haven't showed up to class for 2 weeks, and we'll be following up with you if you haven't showed up for 1 week, by calling you, texting you, emailing you, your instructor will call you and email you. Well, actually email you and clarify. We'll email you if you missed your assignments and haven't attended for a week, to help you and help remind you of the circumstances. But we don't want to withdraw students, and we want to ensure that care our policies for your success and for our university. So you find yourself falling really behind, contact us here at CIU. Reply to us. We're calling you for a reason. And sometimes things happen, and it does impact your attendance, unfortunately. And if that happens, we will help you find a solution to finish your class successfully, or in some way find the best path forward for you. So logging in without participation, just clicking in to a CIU and not doing work, that does not count as attendance. So I want to kind of clarify that. All right. Does anybody have any questions regarding attendance?
Nope.
No, it's pretty safe. You're all graduate students, so it's pretty standard. You have assignments every week before Sunday. If you don't do them, the instructor contacted you. If for the next week after 14 days you still haven't posted, the university then can withdraw you and will withdraw you. So it's really critical that you do keep up with your assignments, and if you need help, we are here to help you. 1 course at a time, 1 week at a time. So here's an example of the MBA program. Every MBA student has marketing. They have the biography statement, they have a voting activity, and an assignment. You can see it's very similar. all the way to week 6. Doctorate program, a little different. There's similar as post discussion questions. The projects are a little bit more deep, a little bit longer because it's a doctorate level course, of course. So this is an outline that Luana is showing the tutorial. Every student in the doctorate program also takes GRC 600. So you all, if you're in the doctorate program, you're very likely going to be in the class together. Now, as a graduate student, there is the APA format, American Psychological Association. Many students starting here at CIU come from different backgrounds, and so different academic backgrounds in particular. So we want to ensure in our orientation today, and you'll see that in the first course at both levels, MBA and DBA, the importance of research writing and the APA style, which some of you may be very familiar with. If you're not, I'm going to show you later some of the tools and the resources we have to assist you. But the APA style is a set of research writing documentation standards that are often used in business and the social sciences. These standards identify the way in which information is organized, presented, and cited in research reports. The goal of standardizing research is to facilitate the clear communication of ideas and information, simplify the task of publishers, editors, authors, and readers. So the APA format, it's for those of you in particular doing your dissertation in your program, in the doctorate level, it's important for everybody, but in particular, this is something you're going to want to be very familiar with, and some of you may already be familiar with if you've done research before at maybe another degree level or another institution. So I just want to bring to your attention, now that you're starting the program, your first courses instructors will be aware of that and want to adhere to these writing standards. And we're going to later show about the Writing Center. We'll have resources to help you. So just want to bring that to your attention. We also have the textbook that is in every classroom. But before I get to that, I know I mentioned a lot about the APA format. Does anybody have any questions regarding the APA format or anything I've discussed so far? I know that some of you may be something new and you want to clarify, so I'll pause a moment if anyone has any questions.
Hey, this is Anne.
I'm sorry, what was that?
This is Anne. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. It's a little muffled, but I can hear you. I'm sorry. I can hear you.
I'll go ahead and type up my question.
Okay, all right. No, that's okay. I'll answer them live. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, and I think it sound a little bit muffled there. But I hope use your chat box. I'll gladly answer those questions, and if maybe students want to talk afterwards, that's fine too. But let's talk about then. There's no other questions. I'll move forward with the textbook information. So all your textbooks are embedded in your course room. As a new student, you would create an account with your VitalSource bookshelf. This course will be used for the rest of your program, or this application. The Vital Bookshelf application can be downloaded to your smartphones, tablets, and desktops. So you can do your readings on your iPad, iPhone. Sorry, I'm an Apple guy, so I have those. Or you can also, use I remember the other tablets. But I know these different ones, and there's different phones. I'm sorry, I know there's many different kinds. There's the two that come to my mind every time I do this. I have them, but they are compatible with a variety of different tablets and phones. And you also have the ability to read books offline. So you can download them and view that. So, this is really helpful. I know some of you may be utilizing ebooks for the first time. It's very, very resourceful in having that always available to you, even offline. You can print out copies of the pages at a time of the ebook. You can't just print out the whole thing or the publisher via an ebook, but it will allow you to print at a time. And the ebooks are available to you within every term. Shortly after the term is over, unless you purchase it, unless you decide to keep the ebook, which you can on your VitalSource app by paying for it, in addition to the rental you already have, you can have that ebook always with you. Some students also prefer to purchase a hardcover copy as a backup or to just have that. That's also available. And we have a book listing in the Resource Center for students who want to purchase if they decide to do that. But the ebook will always be included as part of your tuition payments here at CIE. And every course in both programs does have an ebook, from my understanding. So that's something you want to look at during your first day of class. Now, I see a question. Do you have APA format template you could share? Yes, I do. I will show that at the tutorial. Somebody whoever I'm replying to, it says waiting for name. I just want to make sure if you want to introduce yourself, you can speak up, or if that's somebody who is not yet to identify themselves, please do. Oh, it's Ann. Oh, good. All right. Just making sure. Thought maybe there was somebody there who hadn't yet introduced themselves. Okay, good. Yeah, so I'll show you that template shortly, definitely. All right. Are there any other questions regarding the APA format or the textbook? All right, I'll move forward. All right, so now we're at our tutorial. And so I'll be pretty direct and just showing each section. Please chime in if you have any questions regarding our tutorial today. It seems like everybody here has a pretty good grasp on being an online student. So let me start off with the portal. And this is what the portal looks like. You saw earlier the login screen. But this is a live portal, actually a demo version for babies. And what you see here is, you see the catalogs listed there, there's a document center. The items to your left are the most important things because this has campus info, academics, your profile. So this is where you can change your password and look at your calendar. Under academics, you have a degree audit, schedule, GPA calculator, and grades. And you have your finances listed there, account information, making a payment online, external links, Learn Center. And the Learn Center is what we saw earlier that's accessible on August 13th for you. So this icon here, if you logged in before the 13th or later today, if you've been enrolled, have your credentials, the Learn Center won't show up for you yet. But I'm going to show you what it looks like if you log into the Learn Center. There you go. So when you log into the Learn Center icon, instead of going in directly on the screen you saw earlier, you see here it says Go to Learn Center. And this additional screen will pop up for you. And what you'll see here in the Learn Center says, please disable pop-up blockers or add the caluniversity.edu domain as a trusted site. Please refer to your web browser's user guide for assistance in disabling pop-up blockers. That's really important. For example, that's why we brought up it's very important that you're familiar with your internet browser because you want to ensure that you have access to the caluniversity.edu trust website. So, like many websites, maybe you've done web browse, browse before. If you're going to a website you haven't been before, and a secure website, it'll ask you to disable your pop-up blockers. It's going to open up in a separate window, or it'll ask you to ensure that it's a trusted site. There'll always be something popping up to ensure that you have access to the second window of your internet browser. So just be aware of that. If you're clicking this and it's not August 13th, you want access to it. But let's say it's Monday, August 13th, it's the morning, you're in the portal and you're clicking this, this doesn't move. Very likely you're going to get a message, you should be getting a message saying you want to add CIE Cal University as a trusted site. Do you want to disable your pop-up blockers? That will always pop up on your internet browser. And so, and we're all compatible with Safari, Firefox, Internet Explorer, most students use that. And you'll have access to your Learn Center. So if you find yourself not able to log into the Learn Center, You can let us know, but 99% of the time it's because you've been blocking the website or not looking at the separate window in your browser. Now, to log into the Learn Center for the first time, I'm going to show you the website. Whoops, let's go back to the home. This is a home page. I'm sorry. You got a quick preview of the course. So this is what this is actually a demo of David's Learn Center. As you can see, this is something very important. The red clock you see on the home page, that is exactly the time it is here at CIU, because assignments reflect Pacific time zone. So what you'll see there is exactly when you log in, you know you're in the right area because you'll see that clock. So if you're in New York or something, just an example, I know it'll be about 6 o'clock right now. So it's a 3-hour time zone difference, or in Texas, 2 hours, 5. So that's just something to reflect and let you know, because our hours of operation and the due dates reflect our time zone in California, because our offices are open in California at those times, and as our faculty. So there's something to be aware of as you plan accordingly, submit your assignment. Especially those students who maybe across the globe. We have many students all over the world, many students who travel. So want to contact us. Just be cognizant of the time zone, as do we as your support team. This is the home page. As you can see, all of the icons are listed to the left of your screen, kind of like the portal. It has all your courses. Your courses are also listed here. There's university news listed here, information listed here, announcements listed there. So everything is pretty accessible by the click of a button. But let's now go into GRC 600, which is the class. So in a separate window, I have GRC 600. Are there any questions before I move forward in the tutorial? Oh, see, here we have someone asking about Grammarly. Absolutely, we will get to Grammarly in a few moments. There'll be something available in the course room, so I'm just about to get into that. So a quick teaser, we are going to get into Grammarly shortly. Let's go to the course room. GRC 600, Doctoral Academic Study in Writing. So this is the title of in the very simple course shell. I guess you can say, I think here everybody's a doctorate student, but the MBA course will be very, very similar. So I want to show you a sample of what a course looks like at the graduate level. So this is a sample of the doctorate course, GRC 600. This is orientation highlights, the announcement and help forum. There is a syllabus. Oops, sorry about that. So let's download the syllabus. That's the first thing you want to see in class. Your syllabus is the map to your courses. This will always show you what to do. So this is the university syllabus. And what you'll see here is course information, course requirements, and a percentage as well of the group assignments. So you see here, each assignment it has a certain percentage applied. And what you'll see here is grading points, unit assignments, course learning rubrics, and a course schedule. So the course schedule is great because then this is an outline of what you'll always be seeing in your course room. You have your chapters, biography statement, lectures, voting, Unit 1 project milestone. Similar to what you saw earlier. So you can print this out and have it accessible for you and ensure that you have that available to you. So this is the map to your class. Your syllabus will show you exactly what's due, how much it's worth, what are the outcomes, learning outcomes at CIU in this course. So this is the first thing you want to see before you start doing assignments, because if you don't know what your assignments are, how are you going to do them? What are you going to read to do them successfully? So like, for example, week 1, one of the first things it says is to read chapters 1, 2, and 3 of your textbook. There's also the bio statement. I'll get to that in a few moments. So you also have here instructor information. So all courses have this. I want to say this because for those who in the MBA program, similar, exact same structure. So like, for example, this instructor put a welcome message and has her hours of office hours listed here and her phone number and policies. So that's important. So you can, reply to her here. And have a message back, or you text her and call her here during her office hours. So instructors will always indicate the best way to communicate with them, and they'll also be available, as you can see, in the forums themselves by replying simply in there. You also have the textbook that you saw a preview of that earlier. So you have your welcome to bookshelf. And so that is a login screen for BioSource. And this is the first login screen you'll see. So I brought up earlier the university email because to create a BioSource account, so this is somebody who's going in for the first time, you're going to put your university email that we will give you before you get started. This will also be necessary for Grammarly, which we'll talk about in a few moments. So like it has to be, let's say my email, my full name is Eduardo.Hernandez. Anybody will get a university email that's caluniversity.edu. And that will give you to the ebook. And then you'll have to create an account listed here. Passwords, security questions. Okay. Then we have a textbook. Oh, I've already mentioned textbook, I'm sorry. So we also have rubrics for project milestones. That's something what you'll see in the class. I won't go into much detail about that, but that's just the rubrics for your assignments. What I do want to get into today, and I know we're almost to, is APA format, because somebody asked earlier, and this is really important, of the APA essay template. So I'm going to show you what that is. Let me zoom in a little bit. Sorry if I'm able to zoom in. Looks like I'm having a little bit of difficulty here. Okay, I think I can zoom in a little bit for you guys. Oops, sorry. Okay, so a little bit better here. So this is a sample of the APA essay template. It has a running head. It has a title, your name, university, course name, professor's name, and date. The title of the essay. This is, of course, a very short essay, but there's notes here how to ensure to complete APA style format, and references are very important in citations. So we'll have access to that as well. So this is the APA essay template. So you'll see this in every course, and in the writing center, which we'll talk more about later. So you always have a reference as to how to create a research paper. There's a style guide listed here, ebook help, and then Grammarly. So Grammarly is a writing enhancement platform designed by top scholars, a really helpful tool. Some of you may have seen commercials of Grammarly on TV, actually. And you can embed it into your Microsoft Office and other applications. The way you create an account with Grammarly is very simple. Just like the Verify, you create an account for the first time. So you'll put your university email here. Remember, your university email first, and then a password that you create. Now, Grammarly, the really helpful tool about it is that to utilize it because as an MBA student and DBA students, you're going to be doing research. So you want to use Grammarly. It's going to save you all kinds of time and be helpful in writing papers. So there's a user manual. Listed here. And the user manual is for everybody. And as a CIU student, there's an access code that you have to input to use Grammarly without any charges. If you pay for Grammarly, that means you're not using university email and you're not using the access code that we provide to you. So you get to use the premium version of Grammarly as a CIU student. So once you're officially a student, you can create a Grammarly account. If you're prompted for charges, either you're paying for extra things or you're not using the university email, it will ask you for university email. But Grammarly is a really helpful tool that you'll find not just handy, but basically a requirement if it's taking time and successfully completing papers. And this is the course itself. I'm just going through Unit 1. I'm going to show you now the biography statement, because that's the first assignment you're going to do on Sunday. I'm using it on Monday. So here's the instructions listed here. It says students must complete a biographical assignment and post no later than Monday. Produce a factual and concise biography not exceeding 3 paragraphs addressing the following: your achievements, experiences, motivations, course assist, any interesting facts, for example. So you're basically talking about yourself, very simply. Add a new discussion topic. I click that, the same topic thread is here, and you can type it in. So you can put your name. Let's say my name is Eddie Hernandez. Biography. And there's a message here, so you can type it in here, but some students prepare one already, and so you can actually copy and paste it. Right click, just copy and paste it into here. Some students decide to upload certain information, but that's not really necessary in this assignment. And then once you do that, you press Post to Forum, and you'll see it listed along with your fellow classmates. And by doing that, that means that was the last, that is a posting. That is an assignment. So that's your attendance for that day. So if you post your bio on August 13th, when someone looks at your academic record, your last day attendance will be August 13th the next day until you post again. So you can see here, there are other classmates who of course done their bio from the previous term. That is a student bio. I'm going to go back now. That's most of the course room. I'm going to scroll down briefly, give you a teaser here. Unit 2, there are videos. And for the MBA program also, there will be videos and courses. So very similar structure. I'm going to go a little fast now. I don't go through each one, but Unit 6 is the end of your last course assignment, and of course survey actually. And you can work ahead. That is allowed. But one thing that's really important is that you, of course, complete things on time, because it is time. So if you, whoops, I'm sorry about that. I got a little. I'm going to go up a little fast right now so I can go back to Unit 1 and show you what I mean. So Unit 1, you saw here, there's videos here, voting activity, but project milestone. It's a more detailed assignment. So the due date from this term was Sunday. So it's really important that you submit assignments do that time, because after that time, if your assignment will be red flagged as late unless your instructor allowed it for whichever reason. So just be cognizant of that. The system does time you when things are submitted on time and when they're not. And go back to the home page for a second. That is the course room. So was there any questions regarding the course room? I know that was pretty detailed, and I know it's a lot, but I know that when you get to class, you'll kind of see it for yourself and get to navigate through it. Does anybody have any questions regarding the course room? How's everybody doing?
Good.
Awesome. Well, let's see where we're at for time. Okay, it's 3:16, so I'm going to go forward with the final portions of our tutorial. So let me go through here. Let's go back. I'm going to go to 2 resources. I'm going to first go to the Student Resource Center. So this is the Student Resource Center. There are discussion forums here, the CIU student handbook, the CIU book list. There's actually a video for VitalSource. And more information on Grammarly. So if you ever need to locate some of that information, it's always listed here. Okay, and we also have a couple helpful tutoring centers. Like, for example, there's a math lab. And it's led by Dr. Hess. If you ever need help with math, I know at the graduate level, sometimes there's business statistics. You can request a review with Dr. Hess for help, and they'll reply within 24 to 48 hours regarding any math-related questions and help. But the other resource that probably you'll be more familiar with as an MBA and DBA student is going to be the Writing Center. So I've talked about Grammarly, I've talked about the APA format, how important it is of those research methods and ways to improve, help you with that. So let me show you a little bit about that. So the Writing Center here, a lot of great templates. A lot of great information. See how to download a Grammarly report. That's listed there. The Writing Center is currently led by Dr. Don Kirk-Macon. And Sally Lozada. She specializes in dissertations. You'll probably work with her very closely later in your program. I also have other writing tutors like Daniel Chavez and Elizabeth Borzon. All right, so that is the Writing Center. All right, so now let's go to the online. Actually, there's one more thing I wanted to show everybody. Make sure I cover that. Verify. I'm sorry. I actually skipped over this. May have go too quickly here. So I talked about Grammarly earlier, but we also have a plagiarism scanner. This is directly detecting plagiarism. This is actually, and I don't want to alarm anybody, but some of you may have also experienced when like Turnitin is a well-known writing enhancement, writing plagiarism scanner. There are others. This is more detailed than Grammarly. Verify actually does detect plagiarism, and so sometimes there may be an error in the way you cite things or something you haven't done correctly, but the university adheres to their policy, and you want to ensure that your plagiarism is below 15%. It gives you a report. So there's a video here, but let me show you a little bit more what I'm talking about by clicking into the VeriCite scanner. It'll take a few moments to load. Okay, just let it load for a little bit. If you have any questions, of course, use the chat box. I want to make sure that we have access to this. Okay, so we have here, of course, the VeriCite scanner. So in the graduate program, you're going to submit your papers in the VeriCite scanner. That is a requirement. That is something that will be necessary. It will be something that you will have to use, in particular in preparation for your dissertation phase. So you're going to submit, anytime you submit a research paper, your homework, into the course room, you're going to have to, you want to make sure it's not there, it's below percentage of 15. And so ideally, if you cited correctly, written your paper correctly, use Grammarly, it won't be an issue. But you're going to be in the habit of doing that with research papers, especially your dissertation, especially if you're citing other articles and research. So the way you submit VeriCite is pretty simple. You press submit an assignment, and then you download your paper here and press submit. It's going to give you a report and provide you the percentage. If it's above 15%, maybe there's some issues with your paper that you need to edit and review before you submit it to your instructor, because your instructors do receive reports officially when you submit assignments that have citations and research. So be aware of that and use this tool effectively. If you find yourself not using this and then you get a report back saying that it has to be redone or resubmitted, I hope not, but it can happen. You lose some time there. So you want to use and prepare and doing these Grammarly, APA format, Writing Center help, VeriCite. Use all these resources before you submit something final. If you skip all of them, you may put yourself in a situation of having a paper you have to redo. It's a possibility. So use those resources effectively in submitting your assignments. So okay, so we're running out a little bit of time. So I'm gonna go to one of our last sections. Online library, LIRN. Let's see what time is it? Okay, it's 3:22. So a little bit of online library. It's pretty standard. LEARN. That acronym stands for our Library and Information Resources Network. We have here a variety of different databases. These are subject view databases. This is available to you as soon as you're a CIU student. There's also vendor view. So if your instructor says, I need that part of the assignment is two articles that are peer reviewed under ProQuest. We have ProQuest. We have Gale Cynegage. A lot of resources, a lot of different databases that you can use to conduct research and access to. There's even training listed here as well, webinars that LEARN has. So in August, there are some more. Yeah, there's a few here highlighted that you can log in. Don't get any charges for that too. So that is the online library. So you'll have access to this to conduct research at your own leisure, basically, at CIU. And lastly, let me go to technical support. So if you ever, I've talked about a little bit about technical support earlier. If you ever find yourself having a technical issue in accessing our courses and information, you would open up a new ticket, and it's very, very simple. So I'll show you how to do that. So you're at the website or the link, support.caluniversity.edu. So this is also on our website. So if you find yourself not able to log in and that's your technical issue, you can go to this website and submit a ticket. So you select open a new ticket. Very simple. Just put your email, your full name, the topic. So there's a variety of topics like login issues. Summary, I can't log in. But when you do your summary and the description below, be as clear and concise as you can. Provide screenshots, provide examples so that the IT department can assist you as feasibly, as fast as they can and review it thoroughly. The more information, the better. The understanding, the concern could be an easy fix. Maybe there's something we need to be aware of and look into on your behalf immediately. But the more, and if you're unsure, you don't know what to ask for help or what to do, you have an issue, the sooner you create a ticket, at least somebody like the IT department and myself are aware that you have an issue, so we can work on it. If you don't submit help desk tickets, but you keep having issues, it's something that we need to address. If you don't ask for help, then you find yourself in more stress. So submit a ticket regarding pertinent issues. I would also advise you that during the weekend, this is still available. So, and their expectations are still that the help desk tickets are applied and accessible, not accessible, but reply within 24 hours. So if you submit something Sunday morning, you probably get a reply before Monday morning. But remember that if you're working on the weekend, you don't know and you haven't done anything yet, and you find yourself haven't done any homework on Sunday morning or afternoon. You know, it's hard to do everything or have any issues, or if you have an issue, all in one day. So plan accordingly. We're going to talk about time management in one of our workshops when you start the program. So use the help desk ticket. Remember, you know, if you have an issue, the sooner you ask for help, the better, and that will help resolve your issue. So that concludes actually our tutorial portion. We're actually almost done. Are there any questions before we almost wrap things up, talking about resources and information? How's everybody feeling?
Good.
Good? Oh, I'm glad. Good. It sounds like everybody's doing okay. I hope so. So let's, oh, good. Everybody's good. So assistance and support. You met me, Eduardo Hernandez. I'm the advisor of students' last names A through K. David Rodriguez is advisor of students L through Z. Those are our numbers. Those are our text messaging numbers. That's when we are available Monday through Friday. Furthermore, our hours are almost the same. I'm here 8 to 5. David is here 7:30 to 4:30. So at the law departments are here till 5 as well. Most of the ones you've worked with, enrollment, financial aid, academics. So we're able to assist you, and whether it be via phone, text message, email, and Skype. Skype, I hope everybody's heard of Skype, but Skype is a great messaging tool. I don't say tool, but teleconference tool. But you can also make phone calls. I have my Skype on during my office hours, and can use it a lot of times to chat, especially if you're in another country. If you're outside the U.S., it's easier for you to Skype in. That's great. And message me. That's awesome. You can email me your Skype ID, and we can chat. As does David. The Intelligent Partnership. So this is a Pocket Confidant. Pocket Confidant is a great and new tool that you will utilize. That is a resource, a really important resource that you'll have that will boost student engagement and achievement. And it is a great partnership that we have with Pocket Confidant. And AI stands for Artificial Intelligence. And it's a great tool that you will have when you enroll and start your first class. It'll be available to you after your first week of class, in which it's a self-coaching system that you ask questions and step back, reflect, and become more aware. It will also be available in your Student Resource Center, and to be really helpful. And it's going to be another important tool in ensuring that you have support here at CIU and you can utilize at your own pace. So there'll be more information forthcoming regarding this new tool for you, and it's called Pocket Confidant. And we want to ensure that you have all the resources and supplementary resources to help you succeed. If everybody uses different things to help them move forward. So closing remarks, you deserve to be here. You were accepted in the program, so believe in your abilities. You are not alone. Graduate school may be a very challenging process. It helps to know that you're going through, sorry about that. I got disconnected for a moment, I'm sorry. Okay, we're back on, I'm sorry, that was disconnected. It helps to know that you are going to experience many of the same ups and downs as your classmates. Challenges are to be expected. Keep going. Remember, it's a process. Developing good research skills and understanding the jargon takes time. So be patient. You will get it. So that's a closing remark. I know everybody here might be a little nervous, but rest assured, one of the goals today was to ensure that you are less nervous, you're not completely nervous, and have an understanding of the program. We're actually going to have more workshops in time management. For example, is one of them. When you start the course, but in a couple weeks from now, you'll officially get into the Learn Center, and you can discuss with us and your enrollment advisor if you have any questions or concerns before you get started. But I'm going to be quiet now. And we're looking for finishing right on time. We do have some ample time for our Q&A, and let you ask away, being in a group setting you'd like to discuss with us. You use the chat box as well, and I can answer those live. Hoping everybody's still here, which is great. Are there any questions? How does everybody feel? Was there something maybe not discussed? I can gladly clarify, maybe something not related to the orientation.
No, this is Kathleen. I think you explained everything well, and just excited to get started.
That's good. Well, I hope I did an okay job. We always want to improve. We always want to learn more about what students need and how we can best help them. So I hope this presentation was very helpful. Understandably, there's some things that come across that they want to answer to. So that's where we're available. Looks like Dan Garcia asked, when are grades posted? Excellent question. That's exactly what I said. That's something that we didn't cover. Grades are posted. Assignment grades are posted Wednesday. So every week, assignments are due Sunday. So even if you finish early, they'll be posted by Wednesday. So on Wednesday, you'll see your grades posted in your Learn Center. And as you saw in the tabs there's a section that had grades. And so it's really easy to see. But grades is where you'll see your assignment. You'll see all the feedback from your instructor, and you'll be able to retrieve and see how you're doing. The same goes for final course grades. Like after the term is over, the administrative website, your student portal, has, you saw the grade section. That's where grades are posted. That typically is updated Wednesday as well. So Wednesday is like the final grading day. Sometimes grades come out sooner. So Tuesday or Monday, you may get notification that your instructor graded your assignment, which is good. But if it's Wednesday and you haven't been graded, it'll be graded by Wednesday. And if you don't see a grade on Thursday or Friday, you can just email your instructor to clarify the reason why. Typically, it's pretty rare, but just to check in if there's something maybe missing or you're not viewing correctly. So that's a great question. Grades is important. One word of advice is that you do get notified of grades and feedback. And so you always know that something changed in your grade, going from no grade to an A or to a lower, maybe not an A. So you'll get notified of that. But remember, grades are being reviewed by the instructor. So the instructor will always be able to answer your questions regarding how you're doing in the course and about the assignment. So that's, and let's say, for example, you cannot submit an assignment by Sunday and it's Saturday. Email your instructor. If it's Wednesday and the instructor, he or she doesn't know why you didn't submit an assignment, he's probably going to grade you with 0. So nobody knows why you didn't submit an assignment. The grade will be inputted. So we want to help you. So if you find yourself in a situation that is having you maybe submit something late, you've got to let the instructor know. Best with it being online, emails, communication, go rather quickly during the week. So you have to be proactive. Want to be proactive and ensure you communicate to your instructor regarding your course. It's great if you call me, but if you call me on Tuesday or David, the instructor will want to know why you didn't call them. So that's really important. We want to work together, but the instructors are there and they are looking at your classroom every day. All right, are there any additional questions? And thank you for being a great audience. I know I'll be working with many of you because even though I mentioned I work with students 8 and K, as you saw right now, with David absent today, I work together as the entire department to assist you. Okay, last call. Any additional questions? I'll probably be wrapping up in a few moments. And I'll be leaving around 5 o'clock today. So I'll give you a recording and a copy of this PowerPoint by tomorrow morning as we convert this into a file that you can retrieve it successfully. Okay, it's about an hour long, actually. All right, well, it's 3:36. So I'm going to have to wrap up now and get back to my desk, maybe even later today. You were a great audience. Welcome to CIU, and have a great weekend in case I don't hear from you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. I'm now signing off from the presentation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.